Yet the sepoy's letter offers a different record. Picture a rifleman from Punjab, his boots heavy with wet earth that clung to every step as he leaned into the side of a trench. The evening had grown quiet after a day of scattered fire, and in the fragile hush he pulled a sheet of paper from his pocket. The lantern beside him flickered, uneven light falling as his pen scratched slow lines onto the page. Around him some men whispered prayers, others smoked, their rifles stacked nearby. Each word he wrote was a bridge, a way to carry himself across the miles to a family waiting at home. It was March 1915, and just days before he had stood in the mud fields near Neuve-Chapelle, one of the war's first great encounters for newly arrived Indian troops. The Indian Corps, made up of the Lahore and Meerut divisions, had landed in France in late 1914. Their numbers grew quickly, swelling to 4 divisions by the time the fighting reached its height, before they were finally withdrawn at the end of 1915. At Neuve-Chapelle, they fought alongside British units in an offensive meant to break German positions. For many, it was the first time they had faced sustained machine gun fire and endless artillery barrages, industrial battle as none of them had ever seen. In the thick fog of that March offensive, attacks surged and faltered, and Indian units suffered heavy casualties in those few days. Losses marked not only individual families, but entire villages emptied of their sons. The soldier's letter from that moment carried more than one voice. To the censor in Boulogne, it rang loyal and encouraging. He wrote respectfully of his officers, assured his father that discipline remained intact, and described his regiment's part in the battle without complaint. Lines like these were precisely what the British hoped to see. Faithful troops who confirmed the colonial narrative of courage and composure. Reading more closely between phrases of duty, fatigue explodes in quiet detail. He described trenches that stank after rainfall, places where mud sucked at boots until each step felt like ploughing through wet fields at home. The rain that soaked his turban never seemed to lift, chilling him to the bone. He wrote of military rations, dense bread, strange tinned meat that made his stomach restless. In scattered phrases, he admitted that what he longed for more than rest was a single cup of milk tea, the taste of home carried in memory.